Hey, Sugas. It's your girl, Risa, coming to you with a little sit-down chat video. How y'all doing? Y'all all right? How y'all doing and y'all all right? How you doing? And are you all right? Or how you feeling? What you thinking? What you eating? Just let me know, y'all. God is good. He said yes one more time, y'all. Yes, he did. So I'm coming to just chit-chat with y'all a little bit. Tell y'all about my experience. I think I did somewhat in the video the other night. But for me, for those of you that are new, I have this whole COVID experience has had me on edge. And I don't know how good the data is. I can only speak on what I have experienced. And I try my best not to focus on things like conspiracy theories and all of that. Because one thing for certain and two for sure, God know everything. Okay? And, we can get to a place where, you think people are trying to poison you and all this kind of stuff. And when my son was diagnosed with cancer, I went through the whole phase of not knowing what to do, not knowing what to do. And so many people have experiences in life, and they can tell you how something worked for one person. But I learned that not everything is going to work for everybody the same way. So with this process, I was like, I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't want it in my system, period, is what I was saying. And that's how I felt this whole time. That's why I was so adamant about not being around people as much as I can. Now, I do get up and go to the store because I have to. Now, some of y'all might come back and say, well, you can order groceries. Some things I can order and some things I can't. Point blank and period. When it come down to my beads, it take me a week and a half, sometimes 2 weeks to get them. And if I got to order, I can't wait. Some food that I order, we have to pick up in the store. I've said it time and time again. So some things I had to do. And I'm glad that I did get out because, what do you call it? I would have just been shut in all the time. Really, really being afraid to go out. So it did give me a chance to face my fear a little bit and push through. And then I have to remind myself of what I heard. Do what you can and let me do the rest. So the other day, I still was in that headspace of no, I don't want the shot. But I was still on the fence, if that makes sense. I wanted to do it for my good and especially for my babies, but then I didn't want to do it. So when we left and went to the store the other day and we saw the sign saying that they had the shot, and I don't even think I saw what shot it was. And on the way back home, Galen just pulled into the parking lot. We were about to pass it. He hurried up and turned in there. And so I tried to even come up with an excuse of why not to do it. And then he said, well, I'm just going to go up here and ask them. I said, you don't even know if you have to pay, because it didn't say free. You don't know if you have to make an appointment. So I'm coming up with all these excuses. And he got out. He said, well, I'm going to go ask. He did. And my heart was beating so fast. I was like, oh, my goodness. Is this really going to happen? Come back and say, okay, all we got to do is show our ID. And so they ask you some questions. Are you allergic to this? How are you on blood thinners? Are you that, this, that, and the other? And you answer them and they scan your ID and, they give you a little sticker. And you go to the next table, which is where you get the shot at. And they ask you some more questions. And while they're asking you questions, the doctor is, or whoever the phlebotomist is, whatever they call them, is getting the medicine ready. And if you pass all the checks that they have to mark off, you can get the shot. Now, what I will say is each person need to do research on each medicine, whether it's Johnson and Johnson, AstraZeneca, Moderna, or Pfizer, because they all have different components and they have things that in them that you may be allergic to. So if you are allergic to any of their components, then you are not a candidate for that particular shot. Some of them are grown in eggs. The Johnson and Johnson was not. So I know that if Johnson and Johnson is available for little kids like Corey, I know that's one thing that I don't have to worry about is the eggs. Now, I need to look up the rest and see exactly what all is in it. So that will be the first thing I tell you to do. Second is to have faith. Now, if you are adamant about not getting it, you don't want to have nothing to do with it, hey, fine. I'm not going to argue with you. That I can't tell you how to feel and what to do. You know, I just say pray about it, and whatever God leads you, that's what you do, okay? I do know sometimes God could tell us to do something, but we still put ourselves in it, and we do what we want to do. Now, go back to when Corey was sick. There were so many different remedies and solutions that people gave me as to how to help him fight that cancer. And I learned over the years, reading the word and, just talking with people and interacting with people and finding out that God's healing comes in so many forms. And like I say, everything is not going to work for everybody. And so with that, all you can do is try. Now, what side effects medications give you, I don't know. And if we all be honest with ourselves, if you are on any type of medication, whether you take Tylenol, ibuprofen, whether you taking any type of controlled substance, a strong medication, whether you have high blood pressure, diabetes, anything, all of these medications have some type of side effect, okay? They do. One of those, I think diabetic is either the diabetic medication or the blood pressure medications. One of them make people cough, I mean, I'm just saying, everything has a side effect to it. Drinking too much has a side effect. Eating too much chocolate has a side effect for me. Yeah, it makes my heart race. So, whatever it is that you feel is important to you and yourself, that's what you do. So, I went ahead and I got the shot. I was having a panic attack in line, waiting to get the shot. And when I sat down, the lady was talking to me. And I'm answering the questions, and the doctor, the whoever he was that was going to administer the shot, asked me to pull up my sleeve. So I'm trying to answer her, and I remember pulling up my sleeve, and I felt him do like this with the alcohol, and next thing you know, he stuck me. And I'm like, okay. So there was no turning back then, because I literally wanted to get out of that chair and change my mind. But I didn't want to be rude to her. I was trying to stay focused and not let the spirit of fear take over me. So listening to my pastor, he explained to me what the spirit of fear was. Spirit of fear is something that fear that stops you from moving forward. Not that you are fearful. You could be fearful but still continue to move. But when you allow the spirit of fear to take over you, it stops you from progressing. It keeps you from moving forward. It holds you back. So that would have been one that held me back, because I'm afraid of the what ifs, the not knowings, and go from there. So I got the shot. We had to wait 15 minutes to see if we had any type of reaction. And the whole time I'm sitting there, I'm shaking my legs, And that's when I hit the camera and I came on. And of course I had to delete the video because it picked up the music in the background. I went home and I still was nervous about the situation, so I kept my mask on as much as I could. And then eventually, I felt like I was about to hyperventilate, so I took my mask off in the house. But I was, trying to stay away from Corey as much as I could, But then I just was like, I'm just going to run myself crazy if I keep going like this. So As the night went on, I began to ache. And I stopped and I thought, okay, Teresa, is this in your mind? Are you making yourself sick? So I said something about it, but then I just continued to go on. Well, as time went on throughout the night, I could start to feel it like from my shoulders all the way down to my elbows. And I'm like, okay. And then my hands, my joints. And then it got down to where I was feeling drained. And I started feeling my heart beating faster. And I was like, okay, now wait a minute. So by the time the end of, I was on a video call. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. I was like, okay, I'm just going to bed. I'm tired now. I just need to go lay down. By the time I got into bed, I really felt bad. And so I told Galen about it, and I took some, well, when I got home from getting the shot, I took some Tylenol. And when I got into bed, it was not time for me to have another dose. And so I had to lay there for a while, and I had no desire to drink anything. I just wanted to I was just there, you know. I wanted to go to sleep, but my heart started skipping beats. So that let me know right there, okay, I know I had too much chocolate in my system, but I was dehydrated. When I get dehydrated, I have that problem. When my iron gets low, I have that problem. So that's one of the issues. I'm like, okay, I don't know which one it is, but I need to try to work on at least one. So I kept taking sips of water. I'm good for drinking water. I like to keep me a glass of water with ice and a straw in it, and I could just keep drinking on that all day long. But for some reason, I just could not drink like that. It just made me, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. And so the next morning, Galen woke me up, and he had breakfast for me. So I had pancakes and scrambled eggs, and I don't even remember what else. I know it was IHOP. I was half asleep. So I folded my pancake in half, put a little syrup on it, took a bite, and I was okay. Ate a little bit of eggs. I was okay. But I ate some more of the pancakes, and then I just started to feel nauseous. And then my stomach started to bubble, and I'm like, okay, what is this? And I couldn't eat it because I love me some IHOP pancakes. I just couldn't eat it. And I drank some Gatorade, and I laid back down, and I just was in the bed all day. And I think after that, Galen went live, and all I could do was lay there pretty much. And, I tried to explain how I was feeling in that video a little bit as much as I could. I had headaches, but they weren't bad headaches. My mouth wasn't dry. At one point, you know how when you have a fever, you can feel like the hot air coming out your nose. I felt like that. Not my nose wasn't stopped up, but I had no scent. I wasn't smelling anything, but I could have I didn't lose my taste buds, but it's like I was just breathing in air, but it had no scent to it. And so I'm like, okay, now this here is a little too much, you know what? And I'm like, maybe it's in my head. So I just tried my best not to talk about it too much. But when my kids came in the room, they had to have on a mask. Cody had to have on a mask. I had on a mask. And because I was a little panicky, I didn't sleep with a mask on because I didn't want to hyperventilate. And so that's how it was pretty much all day yesterday. And I finally got up. I had the dental sticks that you clean between your teeth with. I was laying there and I was doing that. And then I said, let me get up and brush my teeth again. So I got up and brushed my teeth. And after that, I made myself sit up. Sat up on the side of the bed for a little while. Then I went up front and talked on the phone for a little bit. But I was still laying on the couch up on the cover. And then I didn't stay on long. And I went and got in the bed. And I felt chills all over again. I wasn't feverish, but I felt chills and a little aches all over again. So I took some more Tylenol and I went to bed. Um, but before I went to bed, I got hungry. So I ate a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And then I was like, okay, is this going to give me gas? So I drank some hot water with lemon and honey after that to kind of settle what was in my stomach. And I actually laid down and I didn't have any problems with my heart skipping beats. Um, I think for me, the only problem is I started having pains in my back. And which I have that anyway. So, but I did go to sleep. I didn't sleep very well because of the pain, but I was not like I was the night before. So here I am, by the grace of God, again. I woke up this morning to get Corey ready. He had to go to the school to take a test, and this one is mandatory. The other one was a practice test. This is mandatory. So they made provisions for him to be able to be in a room with one of his teachers off, in another part of the school by himself and the teacher. And he has on a mask, and I gave him a face shield. And she said she was going to sanitize the room and everything. And it's just the two of them. And so I'm like, okay, I'm okay with that. And he don't have to be there all day, every day. And so he's only going to be there for a little while longer. She told me she's going to call me probably about 11:30. And I'll have to go pick him up. So my mom needed some things from the store. So that's why I went to the store today. And, of course, I picked up a few things for myself while I was in there just because. And that was my process. I'm still not 100%. I feel congested a little bit up in here. My sinuses have been draining even before that. So I'm dealing with that. And I know whenever my sinuses drain, I do sometimes get an upper respiratory infection. So I'm trying to keep an eye out for that to make sure that I don't start that. And I would have to make sure I tell my doctor, which I am going to let them know that I had the shot and that I had side effects. So it says if you get any type of shot and you have certain types of side effects that linger, then you should make sure you tell your primary care provider. So I'm going to let them know that anyway. And I'm just going to move forward. I'm glad I'm feeling better today. I don't have a whole lot of energy, but I'm making myself get up and do a few things. And this has been my first time sitting here at the desk today. And yeah, I got a couple of orders I need to work on. And as far as what we're going to eat tonight, I don't know. I picked me up some alkaline water today and some vitamin water. We already had some regular water. And I picked up some more Tylenol and some Advil and some arthritis Tylenol. And the two little cover-ups. And we were out of honey. And I like to get the 3-pack of honey from Costco. And so I found some shoes in Costco for $24.99. They were Fila's. And so I got 2 of those. Now, one thing about me that most of y'all don't know, or of course you don't care, but me, Janae, Jalen, Mia wear the same size shoe pretty much. And so when I buy shoes, if I buy them, they can wear them as well. So it's a lot of things that I like that they might not like. But I came home and I asked them, do y'all like these? So if they say yeah, so I know 9 times out of 10 I'm going to see them with my shoes on. Okay? Yeah, so. Or either I wear theirs. So I don't know how long we're going to wear the same size shoe. Ashley used to wear the same size shoe, but she said now she wears an 8, which I can wear 8 in certain shoes, but not all the time. Yeah, so just a little bit about my day. I haven't gotten my space organized yet. My house is in disarray. I have not been really deep cleaning because I have to wait until my older kids get all of their stuff out. I mean, they have boxes everywhere. They got boxes over here, part of their dining room table, their coffee tables. All of that stuff is just all over the house. And then I have to redo my laundry room. I got a lot of laundry to do, and I was supposed to do it Saturday, but I wasn't feeling well. So I'm extra backed up. So right now I think I have like six. I got some totes that I got from Family Dollar, and I think I got six of those that need to go to the laundromat. I'm not gonna try to wash 6 loads of clothes in there, and that's more than 6 loads because it's about 2 loads in each basket. Okay, yeah, and so I need to go to the laundromat and do that, but I don't know if I'm gonna do it today. Once I get Corey home and see how I feel. I don't want to push myself. I can tell you right now, I want to go lay back down. That's the way I feel. So I'm not gonna move too fast. Janae and Darian is at work, but Janae is gone to my mom's house to help her. She hasn't been feeling well. She has to have, she's having problems with her hips again. The pains in her hips. I think she has to have a hip replacement, but it's some things that's causing her to not be able to do that. So she's been back and forth to the hospital, and she's not able to do a whole lot. And I think she has a doctor's appointment today. So Janae went to go help her get a bath and get her clothes and stuff squared away so that she can, go to her appointment. And then Galen is going to bring her back home. And then when Darian get off from work, they have to go take care of some business for the apartment and see about the U-Haul for them moving. And so her day is going to be full. She's got to work tomorrow, which she usually don't work on Saturdays, but she has to work tomorrow. It's mandatory for them. Said something about business has picked up, so when business pick up like that, they have to work extra days. And then she works Sunday, so she don't have really any days off besides today. So she's going to be working all the way till Thursday. So they going to have their hands full trying to move, and both of them don't get off until the afternoon. Yeah. So I have to wait and see how the rest of the day goes, and go from there. I really do. Well, Galen told me he'll help me with the clothes, and I know my girls. Corey is not online today because he's at the school, but my girls are online in school, so they have to do that until after 2 o'clock. I don't take them out the house either. I don't. So as far as them helping me with the laundry at the laundromat, no. But they can, like, if I have some stuff like towels, they do that washing and fold them up and put them in the linen closet. But if I can get all of the laundry out of the laundry room, I can maneuver myself around in that, redoing my shelving in there with all my food and storage. But I don't want to start redoing that yet because sometime next week, all of that stuff is coming out of there and it's going in the back room. So I won't have the shelves in the laundry room anymore. I don't know if I'm going to leave the one. I think I'm going to leave my laundry detergent in there. I don't know. But y'all will have to see the video. Not anything major. I have been saying for months, and I know y'all see it whenever y'all look up at my ceiling. Y'all see paint on the ceiling and touch-ups and things like that. I'm going to try my best to make it a priority to get that stuff taken care of, because for me, it's unfinished and it's just not pleasing to the eye, It don't bother me, but it bothers me because I know that's not the way that's supposed to look. So that's another thing. And Then my big task will be moving the rooms around, and then all of this being moved out of this space. So I don't know how long it's going to take me to get all of that stuff done, but I'm not in any hurry because, hey, we home, praise God. And yeah, we're just going to move forward. As far as food is concerned, I don't need anything else. Thank you, Lord. I never did do my meat run, but I have bought some that kind of replace that. So I'm going to try to wait at least another month and see how far down we get with the meat. And then make that my priority to do my meat haul. And then one of the steps will be is to start on the front outside of the house, getting the vines pulled down. We've cleaned out the hedges some. I'm going to get rid of my chairs that's on the front porch. I'm going to put them in the garage because we can still use them. But they don't close up anymore because they've rusted shut because I set them out there and the rain got hold to them. So we just stack them on top of each other and put them in the garage in the back. But I want to paint the front door and the shutters again. And I want to really, really pressure wash, bleach that whole front area and dry it off and then paint it. I've been trying to find a replacement screen that don't cost a whole lot for that front window where it's broken. And yeah, so it's a whole lot that I have on my plate that I want to do, but things that I have to do is get me together, and just, stuff that I normally have to take care of around the house, washing the clothes and things like that. And I think, did we get trash bags? It just dawned on me. I went all the way to Costco and got the honey and forgot trash bags. But yeah, so I worked on a few pieces. And for those that, I think I had one lady, no, two, I have two that I have to send, three that I have to send packages out for. Here's one. The other one, she sent me her address last night. So I got all of her goodies right here. And then I have one of my boo babies. Hold on a minute. Okay, so I'm going to end this video. They just called. I got to go pick up Corey. So I thank you guys for watching. I love y'all to life. Bye, Sue.